name is Lisa Reimer, educational correspondent for Dukesway Academy. I bring you greetings this evening from the lovely home of Lee and Karen Dukes, the founders of Dukesway Academy. Mr. and Mrs. Dukes are the visionaries behind Dukesway Academy, as well as the Educators Empowerment Saturday, coming April 27th at the lovely Hilton Garden Inn from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Quite a lineup. Dukesway Academy. To my immediate right, I have Mrs. Karen Dukes, and to my far right, Mr. Lee Dukes. Thank you for having me today.
You're welcome.
Dukesway Academy, such a strong name. I know there must be a story behind the name. You care to share with the viewers today?
Yes, well, Dukesway Academy came from a mixture of our last name and wanting to teach and do some things in the community our way. So, way back in the 80s, back in the Illinois area when we were living and working there, I was working with some youth in the community and basically doing some things that we're doing now. I was tutoring, we had some mentor groups going on, and it sort of inspired from there. Well, about 20 years ago, we moved here to Georgia, and Dukesway Academy became a homeschool, a homeschool network. It was a home for the homeschool children to come for tutoring and services throughout the day. Okay? So we now have come to a point where a lot of my children, a lot of the students have grown up, and we are coming together now doing community services and doing charity programs. Okay? Now, when you mentioned the educator seminar, that's another part of Dukesway. Dukesway is a educational service, and it's also a community-based program at this time. And we have decided to do something to help uplift morale. We wanted to create a program for educators to formulate a support group, and just to have a time where we can just say we love you, we appreciate what you're doing in the educational system.
Okay. Mr. Dukes, you care to expound?
More than what Mrs. Dukes has said, because she didn't mention the fact that Dukesway was conceived long before our first son was conceived, which is over 30 years, okay? And it wasn't birthed until about, I guess, around 1986, I believe is what the date was. And we started, as she said, back in Illinois, working with children that were maybe didn't have opportunity to get jobs within the community. It was back in Illinois, and we worked with them as an agent. We are like a tool in the community to help people to come up with certain ideas, certain things, even to have them to submit resumes and teach them and train them how to submit resumes on getting a job, okay? And from that time on, Dukesway has been like our oldest child, even though our son was born later after that, but that's our oldest child. And it's been a part of our lives up until this very moment. Actually, within the last several years, I'll say about 15 years ago, it became one of the most habit that we had in our life, okay, which is Dukesway Academy. And as you said, the tool that we use to help encourage, educate, and also promote those who have not had an opportunity or don't have the opportunity in school to advance themselves in a certain particular curriculum. And I am actually an engineer, retired engineer from AT&T. I've done that for like 27 years. So my time to come home and retire was to work with the children and have them respond in a way that would be effective for them. The community needs more leaders, so we at Dukesway Academy are doing our thing to try to encourage you and others to come out and be a part of Dukesway Academy, because we are a tool that will help grow our community for the future.
Wonderful. What a wonderful way to give back. I was looking here at one of the advertisements, Educators Empowerment, such a bold concept. What can participants expect during that day? I see quite a few things lined up. You have guest speakers, you have vendors, you have relaxation techniques and tips and spa and pampering. Tell us about that day. Give the viewers an idea of what they can expect.
Okay, well, The Educators Empowerment Seminar, which is scheduled for Saturday, April 27th, this year, 2013. Our theme is to reclaim, reinvent, and rejuvenate today's educators. And what happened within Dukesway Academy, I put together a group of business leaders and educators to come together to formulate this seminar. And what we wanted to do, we knew there are a lot of different things going on in the community. We wanted to just help lift morale, and we wanted to bring the educators together, kind of like bridging the gap. Now, when we speak of educators, we're talking from parents to the university level. So what does that mean? That's everyone. It's a free event, and yes, it sounds like, ooh, it's a day, a lot's going on. It's from 9 to 5 o'clock. What's going to happen, we have 2 motivational speakers. We will have Dr. Lonnie Edwards for our morning speaker around 10:30 a.m., and then Dr. Harry Ross will come on at 1:30. I should also say, now, yes, we will have a lot of vendors. The vendors are there because they are educators too. And so how I looked at this was that we're all educators, and we're educators encouraging educators. So you have the vendors with their services and goods, and then you have the school teacher educators. And so what we wanted to bring together actually is an event to appreciate educators, period. Okay? So that's a little bit about where all this came from.
A timely event, so appropriate. Teacher Educator Appreciation Month around that time, right
Yes,
before.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Dukes?
Yes.
Any
Reclaim,
idea?
rejuvenate, and reinvent educators. That's one of the most, 3 of the most powerful words that we can consider right now. Reclaim. As you know, some of you may know that educators are not the educators that we used to be from the old school. And I got the experience when I first retired and moved into the educational system, whereas children weren't as, they weren't as studious as they used to be in the days of old, okay? That means that we have to go back and pull things in to get things out of them in order for them to receive the education that we are trying to provide for them. That's the reclaim part. Rejuvenate. Most of our teachers now, they're in a situation now as being in the school system for about 10 years now. They're at a point now where they're tired, and they seem like they can't get things going like they want to because of certain circumstances. However, as a rejuvenate, we want to let them know that you are still important to the community of educating, because if you know that education starts from teaching. Every career that we know of starts from this point that we're dealing with right now, educated, okay, educators, if you will. Rejuvenate. Well, it's time that our teachers have the same type of support that others have. We need to go back, sit back, and pamper ourselves, and let ourselves know what we are doing, how we're doing, and then appreciate ourselves, number one. If we can appreciate ourselves, then we can go out and appreciate those who supported us. So those are the 3 topics that we're looking at, and we appreciate you as an audience to come out and help us to do this thing, okay? Once again, Mrs. Dukes said bridging the gap. That is so important, because we can teach all day long in school and not have that support coming from the community or coming from the significant other, if you will. We need all that in order to make our students, give our students an opportunity to succeed in life.
I wanted to just say that, just to recap, again, it's the Educators Empowerment Seminar. Saturday, that's the last Saturday this month, April 27th, and our theme, reclaim, reinvent, and rejuvenate today's educators, okay? It's a free event from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn. It's in Lithonia by Stonecrest Mall. Okay, we'll have 2 motivational speakers. We have door prizes. You're going to be so shocked at the vendors, the services and the goods that they will be rendering. And I just want to also tell you, the entire community is invited. Okay, what you can do to help us is to go to our website. It's Dukeswayacademy.com. Okay, and if you'd like to call me personally, you may call me at 678-404-9034. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. See you then.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Reclaim, rejuvenate. Save the date, April 27th, the Educators Empowerment Seminar at the lovely Hilton Stonecrest, at Stonecrest. We hope to see you there. Well, there you have it, the Educators Empowerment Seminar, an opportunity to reclaim, reinvent, and rejuvenate all of the educators in the metro area. Thank you to the Dukes doing it their way at Dukesway Academy. We hope to see you there. Thank you.